Next speaker is a graduate of bachelor's degree in business administration, major in marketing and operations management from the University of Saint LaSalle. She works as an operations specialist in Louis Vuitton, while also being a writer and an entrepreneur. After graduating from college 3 years ago, she felt lost in finding her purpose and direction as she was learning to grow out of her comfort zone. Writing gave her the courage in pursuing her advocacy of bringing light to anyone who are in search of their lost hopes and dreams. She is now on a mission of planting seeds of hope, love, and happiness in each of everyone's hearts as she shares her gratitude journey amidst all the pains and victories. Let's give it up for Camille Cordova.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So, actually, to be honest, I kind of feel nervous and excited at the same time facing every one of you because I know some are a bit sleepy, some are a bit hungry, but I feel so nervous because the last time I was presenting or speaking in front of an audience was just like my thesis defense in college, and that was 3 years ago. So please forgive me if I stutter or have any mistakes along my message or along my speech. So far it has been an amazing day. I would like to thank, and I'm so grateful for all of the speakers. I've learned so much throughout the day, and I feel so grateful to be part of this year's summit. So thank you so much for everyone's presence here. So, okay, my name is Camille, and to give you a short background about myself, I was born in Cebu, and I was also raised there, but when I was 7 years old, my family and I moved to Bacolod City, and yung mga Ilonggo, so yung may punto kami na, alam yung parang sweet and all. And I graduated there until I was in college, but after graduation, I went here. I took a leap of faith because my parents didn't allow me to go here in Manila because we don't have any family and friends. And so I went out of my way to work, and I was the fresh graduate, very aggressive to reach out all those dreams, especially in the corporate side, and of course, reaching my dreams when it comes to performing arts. So there I was everywhere. I did this. I joined creative musical workshops. I auditioned and singing competitions, and at that point of my life, I was doing so much, and it came to me that I asked myself, Camille, you're doing lots of stuff. Where exactly are you going? What exactly are you searching for? So that at point of my life, as I was really confused and lost because, as a fresh graduate, we are like these aggressive, young professionals that, we feel like we can do everything. So at that point, I realized that I have nowhere to go, or like I have lots of things to do, but I don't know what I really want to do. So that was my question. What am I really searching for? So in this generation, I feel I've got to have a realization that, this time or this stage of my life, I am at the point of I need to acquire the knowledge and skills for me to become the person that I want to be in the future. I once heard in a podcast that the person you will be in 5 years is based on the books you read, on the shows or movies you watch, and the persons you are with today. So that made me realize, who here has Facebook accounts? I'm sure everyone has, right? So we cannot deny the fact that all of us are really into this internet era, and it's undoubtedly that we are part of the social media age. And I believe that, there's power and influence when we are using social media, when we go to Facebook, Instagram, and sometimes we cannot deny that our thoughts and emotions are being influenced or being affected somehow. But I came to realize that, we have the power to decide, are we going to use our time spending in Facebook, or are we going to use our time, knowledge, and energy in facing and reading a book instead? So here, I came to the idea that there are sayings that goes, time is gold, knowledge is power, energy is contagious. And, these three factors made me realize that as I was writing this book for those 90 days, because actually, to be honest, at the beginning of this year, I was planning to take up MBA, but because of money and time constraints, I haven't been able to push through. So I made a promise to myself. I asked myself, if your intention is to learn and grow as a person, why not invest yourself going to conferences, seminars, or like invest in your talents, in your passion? So that's the time I met actually Misha Nasino. I was serving at the feast and I saw her speak at the stage, and it felt like a calling inside. Like I grew up in a world where I was immersing myself in singing and acting and all these kinds of theater production and all, but deep inside, it was my passion for writing that really made me feel alive. It was my passion for writing that made me feel like there's a world out there that I belong. So it's really good. And to wrap it up, I would like to share this. Last month, I have been given this wonderful opportunity to become and be chosen as part of the UNICEF here in my company had a partnership with UNICEF in Kathmandu, Nepal. So the experience there is really impactful. Many people have said that your experience is very beautiful, but for me, when I arrived, I was really crying for 2 days because I got to realize that the experience was kind of a burden to me. It's a burden in some way, in a positive way, because I got to hear those stories of the people, the communities who have survived the 7.8 magnitude earthquake 5 years ago in Kathmandu, Nepal. And, something in me awakened, like, the world is so big. Sometimes we have problems every day. We have the small inconveniences that we tend to complain, but there are people out there suffering. There are people out there who needs help. And it made me realize that, why not do something as much as we can, be a part of a bigger world, of a bigger purpose in life. So, which is what the thing is, I was writing this book for the past 90 days and I was missing a chapter, but during this experience, it made me inspired me more and gave the hunger in my soul and in my heart to finish the book, which is why it's such an amazing journey. And I decided to finish the book, and if you plan to grab a copy and all, I took the leap that part of the proceeds would go to UNICEF because it's really my promise that, whatever I do, I really need to help out and do something as much as I can. So I will end this by saying, though the path may be daunting and clear, you've got the power to choose the right year. So the title of my book is The Hidden Compass. It's a journey towards finding your purpose and direction when lost in the unknown. So I've been there and I felt that, and at this moment, I'm still learning to grow and find my purpose in life, but somehow it becomes clear to me what I really want to do in life. And I hope that if you too feel the same way, and if you know someone who feels the same way, it is my prayer and hope that this book will touch the person or change the person's life. And I would just like to give a shout out. My parents are not here, but it was my mom who painted the cover of this book. So this is for you, Mom and Dad. They're in Bacolod City, but I hope I make you proud. So thank you so much, and may God bless everyone.